Hey everybody!
Hey guys!
MaJeliv here. We are the Vasquez family. Welcome back to another MaJeliv video. For any of you that are new, welcome. Today we're going to be reacting to the end credit scene of KGF Chapter 2.
Yes.
So this is mainly for our KGF fans. So this end credit scene, we had no clue existed. I only found out it existed while I was editing. As I got towards the end of our reaction, I realized, oh wait, there is another scene.
He had a suspicion.
I had a suspicion as we were watching it.
We were like, it's not Marvel, but apparently it is.
Apparently they had something. So I'm the only one that's seen it. Josh saw like the beginning of it, but now it's to watch it with the whole family and watch it again, and to see how they're going to continue the story. So we're gonna jump in. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoy our reaction to the end credit scene, and we hope you enjoyed our reaction to KGF Chapter 2. Make sure to check that out, and if you enjoy what we're doing here on this channel, be sure to check out our links to our Patreon down in the description or this card up above. But with that, let's do this thing.
Madam, it's very clear. Rocky ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಓಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ನೇವಿ ಫೈರ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ದ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು 20,000 ಅಡಿ ಆಳದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ಏನು ಆಚೆ ತೆಗೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೂ ನಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋ ವಿಷಯ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಮೆರಿಕನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡೋನೇಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ರಾಕಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ.
I am John Booker, CIA, United States of America.
Hey. We don't talk
The English
like that.
dub, I don't know why. The voice, man. When the voice doesn't match the person.
Wait.
Oh. That's from the past. This is from the present.
The way his hand shakes as he goes to grab the paper.
That's
where everybody screams.
Everybody's
So-
like, yes!
Hold on, I'm confused. So he has a history of committing crimes even in the U.S. Is that what they were saying?
I think the theory is, or at least where they could be going, is that we start seeing Rocky, go beyond India because he promised his mom the world, right? And we didn't see him die. We just saw him fall in the ocean. And quite frankly, with someone like Rocky,
He could have just gone for
I
a
feel like it
swim.
would take a lot more to bring him down. So it's not like that out of the blue, but I think they're probably gonna. It'd be very interesting to see Rocky come to the United States, or to see him go to London, or to, other places, other cities, and kind of see that kind of play into all of that. So that kind of
I'm the CIA.
yeah, the
Oh
voice.
my gosh, man, come on.
That was extra.
That
That
was
was
a little
not
bit too-
necessary. I did not like that voice.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty hype enough to claim that our hero survived an explosive, literally an explosive attack, falling into the depths of the 2,000 something feet ocean, and he's somehow surviving that. And you don't need to add the CIA. That was awful. I hate to say it, but come on, overkill. It was too much.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I don't know how I feel about chapter 3. I really liked how you know what the end of chapter 2 reminded me of? The end of 300, the very first 300. Our hero has a truly epic end, and it's very similar with in terms of an aerial attack, and it's just this wonderful, beautifully poetic end to a super strong hero, right? Chapter 2 needed to end there, but it's a moneymaker. They're gonna milk this. I can understand that. But in terms of story, they could easily stop right here. They don't need to go any further. In my very, very personal opinion.
Yeah,
Will I watch chapter 3? I'm not gonna hurry to watch it. No.
Yeah.
No, there
I'll
has to
watch
be,
it
there has to be a
eventually.
very good reason.
I just don't see where else you go from here. This was such a great culmination.
Yeah, I would have really
Unless they somehow get like the likes of like a Dwayne Johnson or something crazy like that. But no, story wise, character wise,
doesn't make sense.
yeah, Rocky really.
I mean, unless
hit
it
a low
does.
point. The
You
Rocky,
would
Maybe
think
it does make sense.
You would think he would stop because, one, he obviously, there's the rest of the world, but, with the gold from India, and then also his wife and child dying, it's like, what else do you have to live for, I guess, in that sense, like in his mind. Like, I'm curious to see, like, what's the true reason why he still wants to take all of the gold and stuff.
Right,
I don't know, it's very, very fascinating as to why they would want to continue it. I'm very the same like you. I feel like they could have ended it here, and it would be awesome.
I feel like when you think about Rocky, right, and these movies that have such a big fanship and just who Rocky is and what he's all about, you know, I could see the desire, I guess, to create like more stories because he does have a fanship. He does have a following. I think about, you know, 007. I think about Ocean's 11. I think about, you know, those kinds of movies that keep doing more and more and more storylines because of the hero, like the anti-hero in this. I don't know, like people just like to follow and they like these kinds of movies and they like this kind of action.
Yeah.
So I like the Fast and the Furious. Like, yeah, you keep it going and going and going because people enjoy that. And I think there's something to Rocky that people enjoy. And I think to kill him right there and not give people maybe more of Rocky, yeah, I think it is a lost opportunity. Even though like we liked how it ended there, and we could have been good with, okay, you know, he did what he set out to do. I do understand the why they may just continue, and I do see why it would be exciting for people to follow, not be expecting another one, and then see the letters slowly reveal chapter 3.
Yeah.
Like I can imagine the theaters like explosive like screams and the hype because Rocky comes back.
Yeah.
You know, people want to see Rocky. So
he's not dead. Ah!
right. We
Yeah, I
we
see
get
that
to
too.
see him again. I don't know.
Yeah. It makes
Well,
sense.
it's yeah. I think
I think they have a good chance for it to still be a good story. I'm just very curious to see where they're gonna go next with it.
I would love
Yeah.
to see. I would love
Like,
to see
you know, if
him.
it'll make sense or not.
I would love to see him mourn in a way. You know, what he
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah, you better
know,
not have
like-
Yeah.
some new girlfriend. Come on.
Yeah, like it'd be very interesting. I'm very curious to see where they go with it. I don't
I would
even know
hope
what
the
the timeline
story would
is.
continue to what the loss of his family like, but I don't know if this is that kind of heart movie.
Right.
Like I know we
So-
love that kind of movie with a lot of heart, but
Which is why, like, if you're gonna continue this, it's gonna continue. It's got to continue in a different tone because he's lost his wife, he's lost his son who wasn't even born yet. Like, there's certain things that happens to a person that you can't just go on living the same,
right.
unless it's crimes that he committed, and he's just kind of alive trying to find a new footing in life, and then they're starting to chase after him, and he has to deal with the problems of his past.
Right. It's like,
What were the years they mentioned that he shows up again?
The last 6 years or something.
80 something,
yeah, I'm not sure.
70s to 80s maybe. I don't remember.
I know, like you said, I think it's gonna continually be an action-packed series, but just like we saw from chapter 2 to chapter 1 to chapter 2, there was kind of the whole story kind of evolved in small ways. So if they're gonna honor the story, honor the character that they have, we probably will see that continue to evolve.
And the United States, you know, if it's in the 80s, I mean, there's always corruption. So, you know, we just saw the corruption in India and money and, you know, all these villains. But, you know, to be open to, like, the United States corruption, like, that's a whole other direction that could offer so much opportunity
And
story.
I will say on a
If they do it
technical
right.
level, if they do it right, because like on a technical level, if they're gonna have English speaking actors and
Right.
you know American,
Right.
Yeah.
like there's a couple of things that have taken me out of some Indian movies, which is like when they have certain actors acting, but then they completely dub their voices with another
Yeah,
actor,
like they dubbed it English.
or like I hope that if they bring in certain actors that's we actually see them perform and we can see them act and they
Yeah.
can play off instead of because there are some like audio things at times that can take us out of the moment completely. Even for like, a great movie like RRR, there was moments where that even happened. So
Yeah.
that's sometimes a shame. So I hope that maybe they can have some
But I mean,
good-
like, if you're gonna make a full length
Good back
movie
and
like this
forth.
one,
yeah,
and you've already kind of jumbled up the after credit scene, you know, it's kind of.
we'll see.
I do
yeah.
like the reveal of the
was
KGF
epic.
Chapter
Yeah,
3.
how the guy was just
The
cleaning
editing.
and-
So I will say this on a technical note: from the first movie to the second, big improvements on editing, on the synchronization of music to what's actually happening on the screen,
Yeah.
the layers of a character. So hopefully, thank you for that. I
So
appreciate
good.
it.
Oh my gosh.
If-
I love
if-
that.
hopefully, if they go into a chapter 3, well, not if, it looks like they're going to.
When
They go into chapter 3, ideally this technical progression of improving on editing and storytelling aspects, hopefully that will continue. Although I will go back to what I said originally: how are you going to show me that Rocky survived this in a way that I'm actually going to be like, okay, he's more badass than I even expected him to be. As opposed to, oh, you're just making him invincible.
He just swam
for the
100
sake of-
miles by
Yeah.
himself, and he's good.
Then he becomes like the modern epic, you know, just like that one character that, man.
That
You know,
can't die.
definitely eager to find out.
I'll go and listen. I said it before. This is a modern fantasy story. It is on a very mafia crime type of setting, but this isn't that. This is definitely a fantasy in a contemporary sense. It's a mob boss with all kinds of superpowers. If he survives that, the man has superpowers.
Yeah.
And I need to see it somehow justified so that, kind of like a Thor, we accept Thor as a god and he falls from heaven and all that, and that's whatever, that's fine. So same with Rocky. If you're going to sell me the mythology of Rocky, make sure it makes sense.
But like One
to
Piece,
some degree.
but not One Piece, doesn't mean. But like One Punch Man, he just is like so. Again,
That's the
it's
comedy
just,
of One Punch Man.
But like you look at big, yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah.
But the thing is that this chapter 2 already takes Rocky more seriously than One Punch Man.
Right.
The whole joke of One Punch Man is that will he ever find an adversary that can actually take his one punch? This is not that. This is a man who almost had a family at the top of his game, lost her and his future child, had to resort back to his rage, and he's the savior of a people. So he's a lot more than One Punch Man.
Yeah.
A whole lot more. So you have got to give me layers if I'm going to be invested in a chapter 3. Am I willing to consider it? Absolutely. But
It could
Especially
also
if they
be
keep
a way
getting
to
better and
appeal more to the United States, like
Western
our
audiences.
like
That's true.
our culture, because I do know KGF was such a big deal, is such a big deal in India, and to me the international part is, one, that people are watching it all over the world, but also I think the storyline to expand beyond India is I think
Yeah.
that's
For Rocky to literally like
It's a challenge.
set
It's
out to
hard.
literally
It's hard.
take over the world. Man,
insane, man.
he could do it. I know he could do it.
maybe that's the goal. Maybe they start with the U.S. and then they're expanding to all over the world.
In 5 years, KGF Chapter 9. Then we
I mean-
make it to
Yeah,
Chapter
man.
10.
Oh
There's
my
been
God.
industries that have movies that have done that. They do sequels and sequels and
Awesome.
sequels, and
I did.
people keep watching them.
I loved the dynamic of the legend, like the reading of the story, and then like the visual storytelling, and how this guy is like the narrator, and everyone's like, oh, what did he do? And like we're learning with these people that are interviewing, and so like if they continue that, I think I mean
some of
I'd be
those
very
elements.
interested to see it. And like
Right.
I honestly I would have loved to see this in the theaters. Now looking
Chapter
back,
2, yeah.
all of the visuals, all of the like to experience it in the theaters with the sounds, and I feel like it would have been a really fun thing to do. So maybe we don't miss that opportunity next time. If the trailer looks
I think
good,
I
if
think the
story
trailer
looks
will
good.
the trailer will give us kind of an idea as to what chapter 3 could behold. So we're eagerly anticipating
Yeah.
the trailer,
I
and
think
we'll.
there's a lot to Rocky, the character, that's very appealing. He's a really cool, like, I don't know, he's a cool dude. Like, just
Yeah.
the way
He
he
is.
carries
He is
himself. It's enjoyable to see movies that have
Quite
him
the-
as the protagonist. So
Quite the character. You can
Hopefully-
put him up there with like a John Wick, these different characters that have become kind of like pop culture.
as long as they keep the
Icons, you know.
trend, 2 was much better than 1. As long as they keep doing a good job,
And
then
one-upping,
yeah.
yeah.
But if it starts to go cheesy and it's, I hope they continue to keep those stories stronger.
We'll see, man.
We'll see.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Once that trailer comes out, we'll
I mean,
we'll
we're
know.
gonna end up watching it. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. Eventually, we're gonna watch it.
Well, like Josh said,
and-
if they have it in the theater, we can.
That's what I would love. I absolutely would love that, and I would love also. And this is a RRR thing that I think, thanks to RRR, I have this expectation, and I shouldn't have any expectation. But I want a memorable dance number in KGF
With Yash,
Chapter 3. Yeah,
I
some
think-
sort of
That would
some
be
some
really
sort of
cool.
like fight choreography that is quite memorable. Like the last fight he had with Adhira. What was it? Adhira,
think so.
Adhira, or whatever. The
A
one that killed
female
his wife.
enemy.
Or a
Yeah.
something memorable like that would be great. I don't know.
Well, I think at the end of our like with all the dancing and stuff, I would love to see like after every movie just the cast break it down.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think that'd be
it's
really
definitely something
yeah.
we've loved about some Indian movies, but
Yeah.
man. Okay, guys, that was the end credit scene. We watched it. I got everyone to sit down and we watched it together. Yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed our reaction. Hope hope you guys, we want to hear your thoughts down below as to what you guys might know about Chapter 3. Just keep us posted. Fill us in in the comments as to what is good to know about KGF Chapter.
And hey,
3.
Yash, if you watch this video, give us a call. We'll have
Yes.
a talk.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
that'd be great to talk to
That'd be
Yash.
fun.
But yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you, again, enjoyed our reaction. And if you enjoy what we're doing here on this channel, you guys can check out our Patreon down in the link in the description or this card up above, where you can support us monthly. And your support monthly will help us to achieve the goals that we have for this channel, as well as support and fund the projects that we are producing on our creative channel. And our goal for this channel right now is to hire an editor to get more videos out your way more consistently and just kind of have a more balanced workflow to do all the things that we want to do as a family of actors and artists. So just check that out if you guys are interested. But regardless, you guys being here today means a lot to us. So thank you. And go out there, spread your light, and we'll see you guys in the next MaJeliv video. Have a MaJeliv day.
Bye.
Bye.